What we have to do is to find a way to celebrate our diversity and debate our differences without fracturing our communities. Women are the largest untapped reservoir of talent in the world. We're always going to argue about abortion. It's a hard choice and it's controversial, and that's why I'm pro-choice, because I want people to make their own choices. You cannot have maternal health without reproductive health. And reproductive health includes contraception and family planning and access to legal, safe abortion. There's a difference between fair game and playing games. You don't walk away if you love someone. You help the person. In almost every profession, whether it's law or journalism, finance or medicine or academia or running a small business, people rely on confidential communications to do their jobs. We count on the space of trust that confidentiality provides. When someone breaches that trust, we are all worse off for it. Voting is the most precious right of every citizen, and we have a moral obligation to ensure the integrity of our voting process. It is often when night looks darkest, it is often before the fever breaks that one senses the gathering momentum for change, when one feels that resurrection of hope in the midst of despair and apathy. Showing up is not all of life, but it counts for a lot. In too many instances, the march to globalization has also meant the marginalization of women and girls. And that must change. If I want to knock a story off the front page, I just change my hairstyle. Human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. I've often thought that the gauntlet of American politics is more individualistic, more expensive, more unpredictable than in many other democracies. We are a country where people of all backgrounds, all nations of origin, all languages, all religions, all races, can make a home. America was built by immigrants. In the Bible it says they asked Jesus how many times you should forgive, and he said 70 times 7. Well, I want you all to know that I'm keeping a chart. Part of diplomacy is to open different definitions of self-interest. Extremism thrives amid ignorance and anger, intimidation and cowardice. Dignity does not come from avenging insults, especially from violence that can never be justified. It comes from taking responsibility and advancing our common humanity. If you're not comfortable with public speaking, and nobody starts out comfortable, you have to learn how to be comfortable. Practice. I cannot overstate the importance of practicing. Get some close friends or family members to help evaluate you, or somebody at work that you trust. There is a sense that things, if you keep positive and optimistic about what can be done, do work out. If you believe you can make a difference, not just in politics, in public service, in advocacy around all these important issues, then you have to be prepared to accept that you're not going to get 100% approval. Let's continue to stand up for those who are vulnerable to being left out or marginalized. Good grief, we're getting offended by everything these days. People can't say anything without offending somebody. The challenge is to practice politics as the art of making what appears to be impossible, possible. The American people are tired of liars and people who pretend to be something they're not. To me, you cannot be fully human, fully civilized, unless you recognize humanity in everyone. I believe that the rights of women and girls is the unfinished business of the 21st century. In nearly every religion I am aware of, there is a variation of the Golden Rule. And even for the non-religious, it is a tenet of people who believe in humanistic principles. Democracy is still a radical idea in a world where we often confuse images with realities, words with actions. Which one do you like? Comment below. Thank you.